And we are live. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to another Wednesday night watch talk. And today is a special Wednesday night watch talk. We are joined here by our friend Rick. Rick, how are you, man? What's going on today?
Doing good, Rob. Hey, Colin.
Good to see you.
Rick, what do you got on wrist tonight, this evening?
Hey, you know, because I knew Colin would be on, I've got the Overseas
Very nice.
Vacheron
Nice.
Overseas Generation 3 dual time silver dial.
Excellent.
Beauty.
Beautiful, beautiful watch. Awesome. Awesome. Is that kind of like your vacation watch or your travel watch per se?
Yeah, just kind of one of my go-to watches.
Yeah.
I wear this thing. I wear the hell out of this. I
hmm
love the flexibility. I find myself now that I've retired, I find myself wearing bracelets and rubber straps a lot more
Hmm.
than leather.
No, so less formal, right? I mean, you're not
Yeah.
going into the office anymore. Oh, you had an interesting trip recently, and you picked up a watch almost for that trip, right? The Zen 105 UTC.
Yeah.
Um, how did you? How was it? How did you enjoy it? Did you
So
enjoy it
I
or not enjoy
did
it?
2 weeks in Italy and didn't want to wear anything too
Yeah,
flashy,
yeah.
and was a little freaked out about all the stories of people getting mugged and stuff
Hmm.
in big cities. So I picked up that Zin 105 UTC, on a rubber strap. Wore great. I wore that. I took three watches. I took that and my Ed White, and then I took a cheap $200 Shinola.
Yeah.
I wore that Zen 95% of the time. Just
Nice. Excellent.
super, super comfortable watch. Great.
Awesome. Awesome. Love to hear that. Um, Colin, man, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are
Two
you?
nights in a row with you, Colin. It's awesome.
No, I wasn't here last night.
Oh, you weren't in Amish?
No. Thanks for noticing.
The days run together.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
It's all
It
right.
felt like you were there. You
Yeah.
were there in spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
What do you got on wrist, man?
So, in honor of tonight, I'm wearing my nicest case back. So I got the Overseas, much
Oh
Woo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
much like Rick.
I
So
love that. I love that watch,
I
Colin.
mean, let me do a
yeah.
solo. So go
Oh,
ahead and do it again.
let's
Yeah.
see if it's kind of. I'm getting a lot of reflection, but
Yeah, no. We know what it looks like. Yeah, that's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's my nicest case back, so that's what I got it on.
I had planned on doing the same thing. I was gonna wear my Kadoki, but I just went for the sub, man. I just can't stop wearing it.
Screw the
And
case back,
and
Yeah.
man.
everyone in the chat is shocked. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Speaking of chat, let's say hello to some of the people in the chat, and there's Neff. Yeah. Hey
Yeah.
Neff, and our friend Bruce who passed away yesterday after battling an illness, and Bruce was a great guy, and it's really sad to it's just really sad what happened to him. So wishing his family the best, and that they may be able to find peace, right? He's gonna be missed for sure.
so
Yeah,
sad.
Yeah. He was a mainstay in so many live streams and so nice to everybody and saying hi to everyone and yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was mentioning to a couple of the guys beforehand, like when I was that when my channel was nothing, right? Like less than like 100 people subscribed. Like he was subscribed, and
Yeah.
and he would comment, and he would say, "Hey, great review, Bobby. Keep up the good work," and always encouraging, man.
hmm
Always just a great guy.
And I
So
see I see his very, very, very good friend Thomas Burnett in the chat. And Thomas,
mm
you know,
yeah,
Yeah,
God,
all the best. Yeah.
my heart goes out to you. I heard about this only 15 minutes before we went live here,
yeah,
and I'm boy, really choked up.
yeah.
So
It's a sad thing. You know what I mean? Like I never met Bruce in person, but the connections that we made through this hobby, the connections that we've made, the three of us and a bunch of other people that we know, has been so important, for me, especially in the last year and a half or 2 years. Since we've kind of been, the world had changed a little bit, right? And
Mhm.
so it still hits us hard, even though we've maybe never met Bruce in person. But um, yeah, so I think Bruce would want us to buy bluesies
Yeah.
and move on. So
Yeah.
hey Peter, how you doing? Chaz, what's up? Bill K, how you doing? Yeah, thanks, Bill. Dan's here. Wilson, what is up? Hey Joe, what's going on? James, how you doing, sir? Craig is here. Um, Justin is here. Steve Time Hill, how are you, sir? AC Clayton. Uh, Caliber is here. How you doing, Caliber? It's time. MJ, what is up? Mr. Cassioke is here. Mr. Ross is here. How you doing, sir? Ken, checking in from Pittsburgh. Um, Oil Money Watches, how you doing? Um, Mes9 is here. Uh, Neo, how you doing? Welcome. Um, Junior, how you doing, sir? Good to hear from you. Um, you know, let's see here. Justin, um, thanks for joining us. We're going to have a fun show today, and we're going to play a little game here. Let me just finish up saying hello to everybody. Oh, yeah, Thomas, thank you. Thank you for that, and sorry again about your friend. I know you guys are very, very close.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Pale Horse is here. How you doing, Pale Horse? Jason, Design Atelier is here. Oh, Paul, thank you. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Um, and Neo, thank you as well. I know. Bruce was a friend of yours. Um, Thanks, Chaz. And yeah, so let's get started. So a few weeks ago, maybe about 6 or 7 weeks ago, I had a stream and had some guys on the stream, and we showed pictures of our favorite case backs on our on watches in our collection, right? And so that went really, really well, and I got a lot of positive feedback, and
Mhm.
and I wanted to perhaps do a collection showcase with someone, showing off the collection, the case backs and some of their watch collections. And Rick, you're the one of the first guys I thought of, just because of your expansive collection, and how great and awesome it is. And I figured, there's definitely going to be some very, very interesting case backs in there. And sure enough, you agreed to do it, and I really, really appreciate it. And thanks again. Rick had selected about 10 watches from his collection, and we're going to go through them, and hopefully Rick can let us know, like, what attracted him to these watches, and maybe we could talk a little bit of case back. But before we start, right, we're going to play a little game. So what I did was, with each of these pictures that Rick provided with the case back, I took a little macro shot of the case back, a little spot, and Colin has graciously agreed to guess the case back, guess the watch,
Yeah.
and
I wish there were other guys here so I could beat somebody.
uh, yeah, I mean, like, maybe somebody will pop in, but chat, please join us as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna try
Thanks.
not to look at the chat. I'm not gonna cheat.
You're not going to cheat. Okay.
No.
Joey, thanks again. That GoFundMe link, I think, is still around. So whatever, we get today, I'll send over to the GoFundMe link, of course. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Um, so Rick, you ready?
So wait, wait,
Colin, you
wait,
ready?
wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Sure.
What do I have to get? Like the maker, the model, like as much
So
as I
so
can. Like
so
what do I
what
have
I'm
to
going to
do
do
here?
on the side, right? I'm going to
Yeah.
put a list of the watches that Rick provided us,
Uh,
list
Oh.
order. Yeah.
multiple
So
choice, Colin. Multiple choice.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
I was working blind.
And
Okay.
No.
you know my
That'd
collection as
be
well as
insane.
anybody, so
Yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah.
Oh, this
So
will be easy.
yeah. So now I could do a
Famous
little.
last words.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're only gonna get one guess, right? So
Oh, okay.
so I'm just gonna need your help. This is why I'm gonna need your help because I have to do something a little out of the ordinary to show the photo and the list. So
Mm,
if you see in the chat people guessing, just if you could shoot it out and say
okay.
what they're saying too. So I appreciate you doing that. So let's do that. Let's share the screen here. And so come on. Oh, I gotta select it. So let's go with the first image here.
So
And you
hammering.
see the image, right? And
Oh,
you see the list.
yeah.
Yep, see both.
Okay. So this is just a tiny little spot
Hmm. I already
from.
answered. Didn't you hear me?
No, I didn't hear you. What
Oh,
you
it's a
say?
hammering too.
All right.
Irwin Star, yeah.
Okay. So
Woo!
okay, there you go. You got it right. Okay.
With jump
Uh,
hour or jump second complication, right? Or
yep.
deadbeat, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Yep.
So let
Ooh.
me. Sorry guys, this is going to be a little wonky, like
Oh,
I mentioned, but let me get. Oh, and there's Amin.
Scott Pilgrim.
Hey,
Hey guys.
Oh
Um,
yes, we can compete.
okay, so that was let's. You know what? That will be like a little warm up then.
That's a
Okay,
warm up.
that was a little bit of a warm up.
Do you know the game, Amin? Were you
Yeah,
listening?
I was just listening and I knew the hammering as well.
Okay, all right. Well,
Do you have
I'm
to
not.
buzz in?
So
How
okay,
to
so Rick, so this is the jump hour, right? And
No, not
let's.
jump hour.
I mean,
It's
jump the dead seconds. Sorry,
deadbeat seconds.
Yep.
deadbeat seconds, and having technical difficulties in the Bobby Legs show, of
No
course.
way.
No way, I know. Um,
It's like
let's
chain,
stop.
like resizing a bracelet, Bobby. Come on.
Oh, sorry guys. Let me see if I could get this going here.
Let me talk about that watch while
Yeah,
you're
Yeah,
please.
sure.
searching searching for the images. But that was a little controversial when it came out. I mean, I when you see the dial, I call that my EU watch. It looks like the EU flag. Well, look at the
Yeah,
movement's beautiful. I mean,
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
it's just beautiful. I didn't have a Habring. Really sort of got exposed to Habring from all of you and Bill Sanders and a few others. And when SJX did this collaboration, 50 pieces,
Mhm.
um, pretty cool. I've got another deadbeat second. I've got a JLC
Yeah.
Physic deadbeat second, and I love that. Love the complication. Don't really care that people might think it's a quartz watch or whatever. So what? I mean, I just think it's a really cool watch. Love this. And then the dial. I know we're talking about
It's
Caseback,
cool.
but I'm kind of a there it is. I'm a dial junkie,
Yeah.
and to me that looks a little bit like the EU flag or the EU
Hmm.
logo
Mhm.
or whatever. And wears great. I mean, it's 39 millimeter, I think. Just super lightweight, super comfortable. Not everybody's cup of tea. I get that, but I'm into different, and it was his first collab, and that he did with anybody, and it was with Habring, and so I took kind of a flyer on it, and was lucky enough to get one.
I'm not gonna lie, Rick. When I first saw that watch, I was like, "Ee, I
Yeah,
don't know about that." But it's really, I'm kind of jealous that you bought it. Honestly, I once you got it and I started seeing more pictures of it, I think it's beautiful. It just jumps out at you from the screen, and the movement. It's so simple but complicated at the same time, and it's beautiful.
I love
Yeah, I
being
mean,
able to see
oh,
that mechanism on the back.
Yeah,
The solution they came up for that, and it is simple but
and
beautiful.
distinctive too. Like nothing else looks like that I can think of.
I've been wearing
yeah,
I've been wearing this the last few days, and that thing's running at like plus 1.5 to 2 seconds a day. Just
Nice.
dead accurate. Love it.
yeah,
Oh,
and just to add to what the other guys said, what I like about the case back here is that it's not over the top. It's simple. Although I know there's some serious complication going on here. But it's I like the brush surface of that inner plate there, and the perlage at the outside. I mean, it just looks really simple and classy, right? It's not like over the top per se, but you could definitely tell that there's something really special going on in there.
But they're like, here's the meat and potatoes right here. Like,
Yeah.
this is what you want to look at. That's all that really matters, right? Like, they've almost framed it and said, here's the special sauce.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Some glorious by Jason saying here. Color pops. I guess we're talking about the dial here. Let me just put the dial here too. I mean, the dial is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Harboring in many ways is out front.
Yeah.
Alex, hey Alex, how you doing? Wow, that's an awesome looking movement. So excellent. Okay, so let's move forward here. Hopefully, I can do this in a more smoother and quicker way. Okay, share. Okay, moving forward here, and here we go. You guys can see. You guys can still see.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
FP Journe Octa Automatic Havana.
What do you say, Amin?
Same.
All right. Wow. So this is not really much of a challenge.
You gotta go smaller bits of the movement. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of doing that, but then,
Yeah.
I wanted. I thought that would be too difficult, but okay. All right. Well,
I'm impressed, guys.
We're nerds, man. Come on.
Yeah, that's really good.
No, absolutely. So 2 for 2.
The only gold movement on the list, and then it's the style of finishing. Yeah.
I mean, I love the rotor.
Yeah.
It's so cool. So, Rick, tell us about this one.
Yeah, one of my earlier watches in my acquisition in my collection. So one of the first high-end watches I got was a FP Journe Chronomet Souverain, which I traded to Watchbox to get this Havana dial Octa Automatique Havana Lune. And I just fell in love with that moon phase. Kind of a worthless complication, but it's it's a little romantic, and I loved it, and I loved the uniqueness of the Havana dial.
Yeah.
And I bought that. That's a Journe, kind of electric blue Journe strap. I love it on that strap. A little bit bold. So just really cool. And obviously everything Journe has just gone through the roof price wise. So nice to have this from the early days.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Yeah, beautiful watch.
Okie dokie.
Funny, a lot of people, I get comments, if you go back to I don't know if you can, but the people don't like the numbers on there are different sizes.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that part of it.
It's so distinctive. It's a trademark almost of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the hands too, right? The hands are just so unique. I really dig it too. Jason saying the moon phase went from worthless to valuable when it became a selling point.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Okay, so guys want me to skip the list. The problem is, you're not going to know which watches to pick from, but we can try. We can try that.
We can get close.
It's probably better challenge without the list.
Yeah, I mean, Amin and Colin know my collection pretty well, so
that too. Yeah.
All right, smarty pants. Let's go.
I don't know how well, but it's Kari. It's,
yeah.
It's,
Can't wait.
You could go smaller. you could do one. You could do like one screw head. Okay. We know this is a Kari.
Okay. Yeah. Kari Vulan Vintage 8.
Yeah.
Vent Wheat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's just
en français, King of Canada. Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
How did you come about? How did you get this one, Rick?
Kind of a grail of mine. I met Kari a couple of times at Watch Time New York, and never really thought that I'd be in a position to be able to kind of do to acquire one of his watches, or certainly do a bespoke watch. But when I moved to Chicago from Columbus, got connected with an AD in Chicago that, represents Kari and Romain Gauthier and Moritz Grossman and a number of other people. And, they had been starting to work with Kari on a bespoke piece, not for any particular client. I kind of jumped into that, got involved in the collaboration process between the AD and Kari on designing the dial and the case. And, the decision was already made to kind of do this black gold treatment on the movement. Fell in love with the dial, just absolutely fell in love with the dial. It's a platinum case. It's a beefy watch. It's pretty heavy for a 39 millimeter watch, but it took about 20 months. It just about the waiting just about, and I know a lot of you guys are waiting on kettle R's and a lot of other things. It just about killed me waiting on this thing. But I don't use Grail lightly, but
just qualifies.
To be able to have a watch where you've met the watchmaker and his name's on the dial, and he created, his team created the watch, and he was heavily involved in the design. Very, very, very special piece for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Take us through some of these finishings. So can you go back to the movement?
Absolutely.
So Rick, you said that the dial, the about the color, is that like a galvanic coating, some sort of
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. They described it as a black gold finish, so it's not sort of their standard finish.
Okay.
It's actually pretty hard to photograph. I did a pretty good job there.
Yeah.
But
it reminds me, I had an Arnold and Son with a nickel anthracite coating, they called it, or NAC treatment, and I think I see a lot. I've seen some MBNFs doing this lately. These kind of darker.
Moser just did it on their travel time. Yeah.
Dark treatments on the dial.
Yeah, so I just thought it was something a little bit different to make it stand out, and it wasn't my idea, but I was happy with.
It's beautiful.
The design element there, and then the dial.
And then the dial. Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I forget what they call this. It's sort of like the an infinity dial or something. He's got a lot of dials like this. You'll see this, but the dial within
like optical illusion.
Yeah, but sometimes within the small seconds, he will do a different guilloche in there.
Yeah.
Those look cool too. Sometimes it's different. I like the fact that it sort of was a continuous pattern all the way through.
Yeah. And that's blue enamel over the guilloche in the central and the subdial.
Yep.
Speaking
and then the final decision, the final design element, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before I got the watch, was the hands, and
you got to do that. Those hands,
polished. The hands. Yeah. I think the hand design, that's classic Kari with the circles, but it was polished versus matte for so lots of different decisions. But I think with that dark that dark enamel, you really, look how that pops.
It's legible. Yeah. It reminds me of like gravitational field, right? Like how almost like how they symbolize a black hole or something, or a planet's gravitational pull. It's just like, I love it.
The other thing about the finishing here is that, you're paying for that last possible degree of finishing. The Horror Mario Bro has pictures of, he likes to do reflections showing the finishing on the underside of the hands or the sides of the hands, places like other people don't finish, and it's just pristine.
Yeah. His macro shots, Amin, are just amazing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little touch here. I love this handmade underneath here. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
It's a good touch. Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going. Next watch.
Moritz Grossman.
This is
well done, gentlemen.
No contest, Rob.
Purple screws. The engraving.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
3/4 bridge. the yeah, the style of the anglage,
Yeah,
it's all there.
beautiful.
Look at the snail
Mm,
effect. I mean,
Yeah,
hmm
and the hand
so
engraved
good.
and the balance cock. I mean, oh my god.
Yeah, the work on the balance cock is pretty amazing. Moritz Grossman is one of these brands, these German brands that I just like. Oh, my mouth drops every time I see it. Um, Boris, yeah, on Facebook, I think he has a partnership with them where he sells them, and he's always posting pictures of Moritz Grossman on his page, and they're just beautiful watches, beautiful,
Yeah,
classy, elegant dress watches
I
for
love the
sure.
watch, and that you featured. You know, the new release that you featured last night. I mean, I think
yeah,
that's really good.
Mhm.
Well, I think the dial side, the back sides are the case backs are similar, but I think
hmm
the dial on that watch that you featured last night on the new release. I mean, I think that's gorgeous. I don't know what
yeah,
that was that they call it and how they did it, but I mean, I blew me away.
Tremblage, yeah, it's some kind of million tiny engravings
Hmm.
in
Look
some
at the
sort of fashion.
thinness of the hands on the dial
Mm,
set. I mean,
yeah,
that's talent.
Yeah.
yeah. Seriously.
absolutely.
These guys don't get enough respect. These are watches that you can still get at a discount to retail,
hmm
pre-owned. They don't do a large quantity. They're not really well represented in the U.S. I think there's
hmm
only three ADs. Chicago, Denver, New York. I think maybe one more, but they do great work.
Their hematic movement is amazing too. I love it.
Yeah,
It looks so cool, and it's just innovative. I mean, it's really neat that with current technology they can go back and take some of these ideas from Breguet or even earlier, and then make things that they couldn't make work with technology of that era, and make these, make a natural escapement work, or make
hmm
a, yeah, it's amazing.
Excellent. Hey, Ep, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Riss Ross, I'm all right. Uh, Kevin S. Watch Hub. Clandestine luxury. It's funny at how fast they know the watch. Yeah.
yeah. It's pretty
I,
sad.
I tried. I mean, I really seriously thought I was able gonna, was it too much? Am I showing too much? Is that what the problem is?
It's just
Like if I
way.
showed like a little thing like this, like you guys would know.
I don't know.
I
It's a
think that's the,
combination of us actually knowing what Rick has,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, Rob, I could have made it really interesting. I could have had my Milgauss, my Daytona, my Submarine.
Yeah, right. That would have been a challenge for sure, right? Same case back.
I never noticed how thin that hand is. That's
Yeah,
insane, actually.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I wonder if they know what the measurement is of the thickness,
Oh.
because that's like a millimeter less. I don't know. It's
Oh,
crazy.
less. Yeah, looks like less.
It's like a hair.
Just Cassie, look at the wide German stripes are. That grinding wheel must be the size of a truck tire. Clandestine, there is a difference when people study horology versus studying watch prices.
And the second subdial looks sort of sunken into the dial. Is this lacquer or enamel? Do you know, Rick? What the
Yeah,
treatment is?
yeah, I think lacquer.
Lacquer? Yeah,
Yeah,
Looks
it's
like
sunken
lacquer.
in.
Yeah.
It's matte, right? It's not a sunburst or anything like that.
no, it's
Yeah,
not. It's not
yeah,
glossy at all. It's kind of a
yeah.
matte, and a blackened steel case. And
Mm,
again, I don't take that to be, and from what I've read, not like DLC coated, but it's
mm,
not. It's got a definite grayish black. That's
mm.
kind of what drew me to this was a different case material.
Caliber is saying,
Wow.
He's
Is he
probably right.
guessing?
He's
It's his
probably right.
professional opinion. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so let's keep going. We're kind of going through these fast, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh, that's an MBNF, isn't it?
Yes, legacy machine.
Yeah.
Looks like.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
it is.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
is.
that's. I'm sorry.
It's a
Even I
carving
couldn't
movement.
tell what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Sorry. The MBNF and the Moser, right? The LM01.
Yeah, LM
LM
101.
101.
LM
101.
I
101.
love this watch.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick peek at the front. Yeah, I mean, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
This was a COVID pickup. A lot of people were plugged into MB&F and Moser and sort of knew that something new was about to be released. I wasn't one of them. I mean, at least back then. And this got released, in Europe. So by mid-morning U.S. time, I'm online reading what all of you guys do. Reading Hodinkee and all the different stuff, and I see it pop up, and I go to MB&F to just see what's up, and they've got an online shop, so I say, let me just pop in, see if any of these are available. And they had one watch, and it was this one in this green. They did it in three colors, three different colors, 15 pieces, three different colors, and this was the one that was available. And 2 hours after I bought it, I get a call from the head of sales at MB&F, and he said, he just wanted to interview me. He wanted to talk to me. I was the first person to ever buy a watch on MB&F's online portal.
Wow.
And they just couldn't quite fathom how somebody would spend
Just click.
$50,000 online and never see the watch. And, now of course, a couple of years later, people do that day in, day out. But great watch. Fun.
This is darkened as well, some sort of treatment?
Yeah.
Or
Maybe
no?
slightly.
Probably just the
lighting.
Yeah, I think it's
or maybe
pretty,
just
it's normal, pretty normal looking.
Okay.
In my
yeah. Could just be the Côte de Genève or whatever too, against the perlage. I don't know.
Yeah. Just
MB&F's interesting,
lighting.
guys. That's a brand that
that was the 321.
Omega. Yeah.
2 years ago, MB&F was a lot of their watches were at 40 off retail, and now they're all you can't find them online, and they're all above retail. So
Colin's scooping me on all these. It's going to my brain fast, but my connection from my brain to my mouth is slow. I took some Benadryl today. I'm like, I got to psych myself up. But as soon as I see it, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Omega.
So
Awesome.
Omega Speedmaster.
Awesome.
The Ed White.
Yep. Beauty.
now, what a beautiful movement! I mean, oh my
Yeah.
god, that's just
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Classic. Just beautiful. Now this is hand finished, right? Like their watchmaker hand finishes a lot of the components, at
I think
least.
it's a small team. You guys probably know better than me, but there's a small team that do these. That's why they're highly allocated, hard to get. It's not a limited edition piece, the 321 Ed White, but really hard to come by. But just look at, honestly, probably one of the few watches I have where I think the backside is way better than the front side. The front side looks like any other Speedmaster, in my opinion. I mean, but this you clearly know you've got something special here.
Yeah. Wrist Ross, love all the shades of color there. Very much so.
Now is yours keeping good time? I've heard some people having
No.
some issues. No. Okay.
So I'm it's sort of plus 8, 9, 10 seconds a day, which is borderline in spec.
Yeah. Wait and see, I guess.
Maybe it'll settle.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to just guess what the next one is without even seeing the image, or
I don't know. What do you got?
Ferrier. Oh no. Do you still have a
I
Ferrier?
don't think he has that anymore.
Okay. Gronfeld.
Oh, it is. Perfect.
Yes.
We would have got that one fast.
Amin's good.
This is amazing.
This is my favorite.
I got to
movement
get
you
some
have.
credit back. You were winning, Colin, but I got to get some credit back for calling that before we saw it.
I was thinking it actually, but that's my favorite movement that you own, I think.
Oh,
It's
that's
just-
a tough call.
It is a tough call, but to me, that's just so.
I mean, it's incredible,
cool.
but it's a tough call.
Ooh.
I think this is a watch that is equally beautiful front and back. I mean, I love both sides of this watch, and long wait didn't design the watch, but it is it's a Kari Voutilainen dial on there. It's not the only one. There are two or three others like this, and there's a couple in different shades of blue, and I saw a purple one posted the last couple of days. That
Just
looked
the
pretty
gray
cool.
and red ones too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but God, beautiful.
And I would just watch that repertoire like all day.
Oh wow! Now they're guessing it before they even see it. Might as well. Amin is a psychic. Risralis Grunfeld has my favorite architecture and style of finishing. Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that for sure.
So good.
So
Um,
distinctive, so
mhm.
much depth.
And now it's being imitated, right? Like the style is.
Now people are
Were they
imitating it.
the first to do this style or no? I maybe there was some before. I don't know the answer.
First that I've seen.
First successfully, I guess.
It's just really tough that they're now, stopping.
Mhm.
They've stopped taking orders. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to change this whole dynamic, but it's fun because they make great watches, but they're also, I love what Edward Milan does with Moser and Tim and Bart with Gronfeld, that they're engaged with the collectors. I mean, it's nice. I mean, that's where like Laurent Ferrier goes wrong. There's nobody.
Yeah.
Laurent doesn't speak English. His son isn't engaged with the community. I mean, that's really where you've got to connect with enthusiasts, is connect with the collector community.
Yeah.
I think they get some, like it's cool they make it out of steel, just like it's cool that FP Journe makes movements out of gold. Makes me think that more of these movement makers should be innovative about the material they use. Like nobody's done a platinum movement. I don't know what else you can make a movement out of.
Tantalum.
I mean, just the fact that they do it in steel and that's supposedly so hard to work with compared to brass.
Pete
or-
wants to see
or
the
even
dial,
gold.
Bobby.
Sure.
Dial's great. And Steve was asking in the chat, whether there's any Grail pieces that I'm looking for. I don't know about Grail pieces. I'm real Longa focused right now. I would love to. I'd love to acquire a Datograph and a Zeitwerk, but I've kind of missed the boat on a lot of those. But maybe not.
I think Zeitwerk you could still get for a decent price. Dado might be too late.
Yeah.
Anybody know how they get the matte finishing on the?
Is it sandblasted, or is it by
bridges?
hand?
I have no idea.
Dimpled? I'm not sure.
I don't really know. Yeah. That's gorgeous. That is a gorgeous movement. Huh.
Absolutely. Okay. So Joey B thinks Chapek is next. What do you guys think?
We're doing
I don't
this
know.
now.
Might as well.
This is the challenge.
this-
Debethune.
Colin, you have a guess?
No, it's not Debethune.
It's like,
I'm drawing a blank on what else he has right now. So,
well, let's take a look at the movement. What do you guys think?
JLC.
JLC, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This one I'm less sure about.
Is this your true? Yeah,
Yep. JLC.
that's your true beat, or is that what it's called?
Nope. It's my
Geophysic?
Memovox.
Oh, the alarm.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Let's take the show in front of
Yes,
that.
story here. Never had an alarm watch. Really thought that's kind of a cool complication. This came out, boutique only. It's not super limited, but like 250 pieces or something. I'm a bit of a JLC junkie. Just love the looks of it. Love the blue outer chapter ring, whatever it is, in the inner circle. Super easy to wear, nice size, 39 millimeters, I think. Reasonable price. Just fun watch to wear.
It's a beautiful dial.
Yeah,
it really is. Like so distinctive, and I mean, I'm sorry, but this followed the Gronfeld. We didn't react too strongly, but
that's a tough follow-up.
Tough follow. Yeah,
tough follow.
A beautiful movement, but not compared to the Gronfeld.
Yeah.
Deech saying, didn't Watchbox have a Zeitwerk day for sale?
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do, but it's here's the deal. I mean, it's maybe $5,000 less than retail, I mean, for that, I'm going to buy it from the boutique and
Yeah.
get my
Absolutely.
brand equity.
Yeah.
Criminally underrated watch.
It's an awesome watch. No
Yeah, it
doubt.
is.
JLC is awesome. Handle one of those. Their acoustics is mystifying.
Mm.
Tim Masso would approve.
You would.
Beautiful, neat complication.
Hey, Rob, do you have that? We were talking earlier about that Rockstar special edition.
Yeah, I think I have that up there. It's coming up soon.
Okay, good.
We're gonna get to that. No worries. Okay, so a couple more watches, including a mystery watch. And let's go here, guys. You want to take a gander at what's going to be next, since this is kind of fun?
I don't know. I forget.
Everybody's running to Rick's Instagram account to
to see what he's got. Yeah.
look through my 40 watches.
But he only picked 10. So
Yeah. Well, this one, look. I mean, the spot I mean, it's going to be an easy one, just because the whole watch has the
Bethune
branding of this
Zenith.
Yeah. I mean, this whole movement is basically Zenith on it. Anyway. But this is your A 386.
A386 Revival, one of 24 pieces. I love this tobacco bronze dial. I just think the blue really pops on this.
super cool.
It looks like it's glowing, like right now. Like there's no lume there, right? It's just like a regular,
Marco saying, I remember first seeing Rick's collection on Watch Talk with the Punter. Still blows me away, even though I remember what's in it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's decent.
It's kind of funny because Colin and Rob and Amin know that I've been really striving to reduce my collection. We had a little chat going on. We had a little chat going on earlier, and I sold 12 watches so far this year, but I've acquired 11. So.
Yeah.
Hey, that's progress.
Part of the
I forget
process.
I forget where it was. What stream? I don't know if it was with Chris from the Watch Lounge or maybe on Amin's stream where he's saying, I'm retiring. I think I'm gonna reduce the collection.
It's such an addiction. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's
Man.
beautiful.
Marco, the carry has stayed. I can answer that one. Yes,
Yeah.
it has stayed.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a lifer there.
It is. Absolutely. I can say that without hesitation.
2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Yeah.
Denial.
We've all been there. I mean,
absolutely. Absolutely. Even if you're enjoying yourself, Rick, I mean, just keep buying watches, just.
Yeah, I closed the door on shrinking my collection this year. I'm not trying to shrink my collection.
Dude, I can't imagine how many watches I would be buying if I was retired. What would I do all day except look at watches?
That's the problem.
All right, moving on, and this one's gonna be easy.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's an easy one.
Maybe the coolest Caseback ever.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It is very cool.
So is it because of the ship, going past the Earth and coming around and hiding the moon, or just Snoopy, or
how does somebody come up with that? How does a designer, watchmaker, whatever at Omega come up with this idea that they're going to do this? Operated by the chronograph, so it only happens when the chronograph is running, and it's a fun toy.
Yeah, absolutely fun watch. And here's the dial side.
Yeah, love it.
That watch runs, unlike the Ed White, this thing's running, 1.5, 2 seconds a day. Just perfect. The weird thing on that watch, the only gripe so far, that bracelet looks like, kind of a sailcloth strap, but it's like super, super stiff. So, still wearing a lot and trying to break it in, but it's a really stiff strap.
Well, our friend Bobby has his on a bracelet, I think, and it looks great. if you can find a bracelet for it, I'd go that way. But
Is that fairly common? Like, trying to find matching bracelets from certain Snoopies. I mean, certain Speedmasters with another Speedmasters, because
I've seen a few people do it, like on Ultramans and things like that.
well, why is that? Is it I mean, is it because the fit, it just doesn't feel right with the stock bracelet that it comes with, or it doesn't come with a bracelet and you want to
This
put a
one
bracelet
doesn't come with, right? Like it comes like this. That's the only way.
Yeah,
on? Gotcha.
this comes
And some people,
just like this. But I think what I've seen people posted. You can buy the standard, whatever the new the 3861. You can just
Yeah.
the bracelet for that watch fits this perfectly.
Yeah.
also the previous Rob's generation's Speedy Pro, I think a lot of people felt like the bracelet was a little too bulky, and they liked the
Mm.
vintage ones better. So they'd figure out all
Tapers
kinds
more.
of ways of putting other older Speedmaster bracelets on the modern Speedmaster.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of myth on particularly on the Omega forums that gee, in order to get one of these, you got to spend $250,000. Spend history with Omega. Not so. Not I mean, I bought this. I bought a the 321, which was about the same timing that I ordered, and I bought a Planet Ocean through the boutique. I had no huge spend history. This was just, but I ordered this the day it came out.
Early. Yeah.
Same thing with the Ed White. The day it came out, and it wasn't getting on a waiting list. I mean, I put 50% down.
Yeah.
And you ordered it at a boutique.
And went through an Omega boutique. Not an AD.
Yes. ADs are not getting them.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest factor.
Yeah.
Just doing it early and doing it at a boutique.
Yeah.
Okay. Thomas saying, I wish I could wear this watch face down, so you could look at the animated case back.
Exactly.
That'd be fun.
Okay, so and then we have
Is this a mystery one or no?
Yep, this mystery one here.
Oh. Rick's going off the deep end.
Yeah, what the hell? Is that David Bowie?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell.
Amin, do you have any? Can you guess?
Don't know this one.
It's one of your favorite brands.
One of my favorite brands?
Yeah.
Arm?
Limited edition, 1 of 3,000.
Oh, that's rare.
Okay. Is there a Bowie Raymond Well? Wow.
Is there really?
Yes, there is. I don't have the front of it, but
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that right. I'm glad I don't know what this is.
But we throw that. Obviously, Rick does not have.
I'm a fake Raymond Weil scholar.
We just do that in there for.
This would not be in Rick's collection.
That would not be in Rick's collection.
I know. I was like, what the hell did you buy?
Looks like the assistant from the Beverly Hills. Oh, that is a good one. That is a good one. Well, Rick, thanks for being a good sport and doing this with us.
Awesome
you have an
stuff, man.
amazing collection, as you know, and there's so many more pieces to your collection, right?
Incredible.
But getting an opportunity to see some of these casebacks close up from somebody that we know is special.
Yeah,
any
a lot of fun.
guys
I'm impressed with Colin and Amin. I mean, they were like amazingly quick on guessing all of these. But yeah, it was fun. There's obviously a lot of others that we could have done some of the Chopex and some of the other things, but it was fun to limit it to 10 and have a little discussion and look at some of the beauty and the uniqueness of some of those casebacks and the dials and the dial side too.
We're like those guys that go around and like car spotting and taking pictures of cars, but we don't own any of them,
Yeah.
We're like those guys.
Any Amin, Colin, any one watch? I think I know the answer. Stood out for you guys mostly.
I mean, it's impossible to pick, but if I had to, I mean, for me, it's the Kari. I mean,
Yeah.
I love the Groenfeld, but
Mm.
it's still the Kari
Yeah.
for me if I had to.
For me, it's the Groenfeld.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm with you.
my two most special watches for sure. That and my David
and
and my
David
David
Thune.
Thune.
Yeah.
David, but it doesn't really have a
Doesn't have a movement side, right?
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
It's got 2 case fronts.
Yeah.
they got screwed in GPHG. I mean, that's for the one.
It should have. It should have. Beat by Bulgari.
Rick,
Bulgari.
any advice for somebody waiting a long time for a watch? Did you
Buy more while you're waiting.
just buy more watches? Is there anything else to?
I don't know. My poor AD. Just because I had to go through him to contact Kari a lot of times. It was sort of
Yeah.
the intermediary, and he just he was so patient, and he would try to give me little bits of information and updates. And one of the things that took the longest time, because the dial was actually done way early. I mean, like a year before I ever got the watch. So I saw the dial,
Oh, wow.
but not the rest. But not the case of watch.
Wow.
It was the case. He just it just took so long for the
Interesting.
case.
Wow.
So never know. And I saw some of the, I don't know who it was. Joe, I think, posted on the Ketelars and what's going on there. And it's just sort of like, one thing after another, right? I mean, but it's, it's well worth the wait. I mean,
So are you planning on doing any others, like long lead time bespoke type watches, or
I don't thinking about else. It? Or I would. I don't have anything else bespoke. I'm sort of interested in a lot of what you guys are on Ketelars. I've been kind of intrigued by Josh Shapiro, but I'm kind of
me too.
I guess he's doing his own, coming out with his own movement at some point, and that could be that could be something interesting. But I've got a lot of other stuff that's I've got a Longa 1 perpetual salmon dial that I'm waiting on, but not a bespoke piece at all, but going to be a really special piece that I can't wait to get my hands on.
And along those lines, and I think, and you mentioned this earlier about the working with a watchmaker, and how interesting and great that is, and the one takeaway, I mean, like, that I took from that is that that is a great experience, but most of us can still have that kind of experience. Like, we mentioned Ketelars. You don't have to spend or have a huge budget, right?
Yeah, you don't have to spend 50,000 or
right. And nothing, there's anything wrong with that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that for some of us on the chat who want to have that experience one day, there's a lot of independent watchmakers, small outfits that you can work intimately with the creation of bespoke kind of watch, and it's good to see guys like you, Rick, taking the lead on this, and kind of like showing us how it's done, and then showing what you get, and then us finding a way to make that kind of experience happen in our own lives too.
You guys got some of you have RGMs on order, and I think it's such a cool process, and I think it's I think that's one of the really special things is designing something very bespoke, that it's one of one for you, that you had input and you work with the watchmaker, and it's a pretty cool experience. I've got another special piece coming, not bespoke, but I think a lot of you were surprised when I sold my Kadoki 2 black dial, but I've got a really cool collab that Kadoki with SJX, really handcrafted. They were all sold before they were ever publicly released, and that's going to be a special piece too.
They killed that one.
They did.
Yeah.
Very, very special.
And that dial was conceived by like 1 Hour Watch, wasn't it? Like he drew it and all the indices and everything. So it's almost like a triple collab.
Yeah.
Looks like Wilson is playing coy in the chat.
He's up to something.
He bought a watch today. Looks like from Quran.
Before we get into Wilson, let's let me peek at some of other things in the chat here real quick. Jason brings it up just because of the release today. I know at some point we all talked to each other during the course of the day, whether it be via text, and we talked about this. Quick thoughts on the new Tudor Pelagos, Marine Nationale. What do you guys think?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not interested to buy it, but
Mhm.
but I think it looks really good, and I think it's very niche. It's like military fixed bars. They'll probably make it in small numbers. There'll be
Mhm.
people who really like those military watches who are dreaming about this. I do wish it had less text on the dial,
Mhm.
but I don't care that it has lacks a bracelet, and I guess the Pelagos name just means
It's a line now. Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of has come to mean what do you call it? The square markers and snowflake hands and dial. That's
Mhm.
basically what they're calling it now.
Mhm.
So maybe that bothers people because it's not like the original Pelagos, but
Mhm.
I think it's just the way they're using the name.
I I like it too. I know there's a lot of people that kind of yawned at it and stuff, but
Yeah.
I think it's a good looking tooly watch, like probably easy to wear, throw it on whatever strap you want and kind of no nonsense. And Jason's asking if there's going to be a mad rush for the MN21 version because I think next year it'll become an
22.
MN22. And yeah, I think so because I believe most ADs are only getting one or two for the rest of this year.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Yeah.
One per AD.
Yeah.
I'm not a deep Tudor guy, but I
Mm.
think beautiful dial, great
Yeah.
case size, and great price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Price is very very good. For me, I'm more of in the yawn camp. I yawned
Hmm.
at it a little bit. I mean, I tell you what though, um, I really want a Pelagos. Not
Yeah.
this one, but the original Pelagos. This just solidified it.
I
Like maybe
think
one
the
day.
original's better, honestly. I mean,
Hmm.
it offers more. It
Hmm.
is a little more money, but
Bracelet with the quick adjust.
yeah,
You know.
it's to me. I've always been worried about the thickness of the Pelagos,
Mm.
um, and this is a little thinner
Kron saying two for all ADs. So
too.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's pretty limited for. I mean, I don't know how many ADs they have in the world, but
I think it's a winner. But
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty limited.
Um, Wilson is an NDNA. Did Wilson have to sign an NDNA for his new pickup today, Wilson?
The other thing is I like watches, I've said this before, that are more specialist that if you have a collection that has more than a few watches, when a watch is an all-rounder,
Mm.
it doesn't feel like it has a special place to me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
this one, yeah, it's not going to be on a bracelet. It's only going to take certain types
Mm.
of straps.
Yeah.
It's got a very particular vibe to it. I think it's a cool watch.
Christian, Bobby, what realizations have you come to as a collector after picking up the sub? Any changes in collecting habits or ethos? Yeah, I want more Rolex. That's the
yeah,
realization that I've come in the short term. Yeah. Um, let's see here. Amin gets a gift for saying that. Um, not sure.
What do you say?
What did you say?
I don't know. Something about the Tudor. Yeah.
Uh, okay. Yeah, two for all ladies. I'm sorry, I'm catching up with the chat here, guys. Detroit Spartan, Major Yawn, Caliber. It's cool, but I like it.
Yeah.
But keep in my Pelagos.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's swapping out of their Pelagos to
Yeah.
get this one, most likely.
Detroit Spartan with a hot take. Probably the biggest disappointment of a highly anticipated watch release this year.
Ooh, really?
Hmm.
Wow.
I think there's some people who would agree with that.
Some people really hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying this is Detroit Spartan, but I noticed that people who feel very strongly that they love bracelets on most things, that's one reason that I've seen
Mhm.
people very disappointed in this watch. There could be other reasons, I'm sure.
Trying to think of a bigger letdown now.
I mean, you had a Rolex that moved on. How do you cure Bobby Rolexitis?
It
There is no
just
cure.
comes in waves. I still want a Rolex. So
Yeah. He's got a
things
fever right now.
things come and they pass, We
I think
we
this
all
is. I'm sorry.
we all get different interests as we go.
I think this is why people keep
It's
getting
not-
disappointed with Tudor releases every year, right?
Yeah.
It's not. They're expecting the Tudor sub.
Yeah. Are they ever going to actually do that?
No. No.
You don't think so, Rick?
Nah, too much cannibalization to the mothership.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably right.
Mm-hmm. Joey B would like to see it in green.
He's been saying that about the Pelagos forever.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
They might though, because if they make this a line, like like they did the Black Bay, just keep coming out with different versions. Ceramic,
Gotta be Eagles green though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Eagles green.
There were a couple people on the chat that said, Rick, how about them Cowboys? And I'm
Yeah.
a Washington fan. I couldn't put it up.
Yeah,
But I wanted you to know that I know.
They got their ass handed to them last week, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to the game. I'm going to Dallas on Sunday for the Falcons Cowboys game.
Falcons, turned it around. But I think they kind of started off pretty slow this year, and then they might turn it around. Well, guys, it's 10 o'clock. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Colin.
Bedtime. Yeah.
It's bedtime. It's Bobby Leg's bedtime. Rick, thanks so much again for joining us tonight. I really, really appreciate it. And
It was fun.
It's always fun talking watches
Yeah.
with you and getting your insight on these matters.
Hey, thanks for having me. Great to be here. I'm just sad that it's on a tough night learning about the news of our good friend Blue Shirt Bruce. Just rough situation for a great guy. So
yeah, absolutely. He's in peace. So Bobby turns into an Invicta at 10 p.m. Absolutely. Colin, got anything going on, man?
No, man, not really.
No, man. Any pens?
4-day weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Just cleaned a couple pens before the stream, just letting them dry out.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Amin, any pens?
No pens. No pens.
Any
Only
watches?
Nothing to speak out about yet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But soon, maybe? We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, chat, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.
All right. See you.
Good night, guys.